Hey, it's Wayne with W. Scully CPA focused on fixing America's tax problems. I've been getting calls from my clients. They've been asking me about the second round of the stimulus checks, the one you've been hearing in the news. They're going to give us $600 and stuff like that. So I want to make a quick video about this and pass it on to you because, like I said, I've been getting calls about it. And I figured this might just be a quick way to get it out there. Here's the deal. The Treasury was directed to issue an additional $600 in IEP based on the same criteria for the first IEP. And by the way, IEP means economic impact payment. And some of the conditions to get that or the eligibility requirements are as follows, right? AGI, that's your adjusted gross income, has to be $75,000 if you're single, 150,000 if you're married filing jointly, and 112,000 if you're head of household, right? So if your AGI exceeds those thresholds, then the payments are reduced and about by 5% of the amount that exceeds the AGI by. And you also need a valid social security number. If you don't, you won't get that payment. And by valid, I mean it has to say valid for employment. The other thing is if you're someone's dependent, you won't get the payment either. And if you're dead, you won't get the payment. And I hope you're not dead because then I'd be crazy talking to some dead people. But anyway, all jokes aside, if you're a non-resident alien, you also won't get this payment. So those are some of the general eligibility requirements to get the payment. As far as when the payment goes out, it's supposed to start going out on January 4th. Some people probably had it queued, meaning it was just sitting there suspended. But the disbursement would have actually hit your account, meaning the funds, the actual availability of those funds would have hit your account starting January 4th. And it should go through per the Treasury. It should go through the payments, I mean, should happen until the middle of January. Now, we know that goes already. This is the IRS we're dealing with. Everything is already backed up with the coronavirus and everything. Things are just slower, right? They were slow before. They're even worse now. So expect those payments to probably happen until the end of January, sorry. And so by the time you get to February 12th, which is the date that the returns are starting to get processed by the IRS, that's the date they've set out that they're going to start processing returns. Then if by then you haven't gotten the payment, what you would do is you would apply for a credit. And I'll talk about that later. So paper checks will take a little longer. They have to be mailed and it takes some time for you to get them in the mail and sometimes they get lost. So just be aware of that, okay? Don't expect to get that check right away if it's going by mail. All right? And some people also get debit cards, which again will go by mail. The good thing about debit cards, obviously, you activate the card, you use it, right? You don't have to deposit a check into your account and wait for it to clear, right? Okay. The other thing is, don't call the IRS if you're not getting this payment. If you haven't seen your payment, it's now January 31st and you haven't seen your payment. Where's my payment? You're going crazy, pulling your hair out your head. Listen, if you call the IRS and you speak to an agent, they will not be able to give you any more information that's not already on the website. And the website you need to know is www.irs.gov, right? www.irs.gov. And if you go to that website, you'll see a payment link there where you can check the status of your payment, okay? If you don't see a payment going out there, it says something like not available or no status or available or whatever, then you know you will have to get what's called the recovery rebate credit. All right, that's the credit that they've set up just for people who haven't gotten their payment that were supposed to get a payment. They'll be able to qualify for that recovery rebate credit. So if the date has come, you haven't gotten your tax return, you haven't gotten the rebate, the check, the stimulus check in the mail, then you will get the credit on your tax return via this recovery rebate credit. Okay. All right. So one other thing before I go, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the retirement plans and people who took money out. So if you took money out in 2020 out of your retirement plan, and it's because of COVID, you will be able to get the penalties waived. There's normally a 10% penalty when you take your retirement funds out early, meaning before the age of 59 and a half. You're now able to get that money, that penalty waived. Okay, so that's huge. $40,000 taken out of that account, you're talking about $4,000. So that's huge, right? It's waived, and then as far as the actual disbursements to you from the retirement account, if you pay it back within a certain time frame, 2 years, all right, you get either get the tax you paid back, or you get not you get the tax you paid back, basically, right? You pay the tax on that money now, but then when you pay it back within that period of time, you're gonna get that credit back on your that year's tax return. So just want to kind of give you that extra tidbit there. So if you have any questions about this or anything I've said so far, call your tax advisor or tax preparer. And if you have none, give me a call. My name is Wayne Scully, and I'm with W. Scully CPA PC, focused on fixing America's tax problems. Our firm specializes in tax resolution matters, and we serve clients virtually. Make an appointment by visiting www.wscullycpa.com. That's www.wscullycpa.com, or call me toll free 855-254-1892. Okay? Please give me some love. Comment on this video, like it, share it. Okay? And guys, take care for now. Until next time.